So my name is Julia Kirouac. I'm the holistic nutritionist and CEO behind Nude Food. And essentially my founding and origin story is I'm also a holistic nutritionist. Personally, I'm on a mission to improve the way people eat, hence my food and snacks, to help make that really simple for people to eat well. And essentially why I was motivated to start my business is I used to be a ballet dancer. I was living in San Francisco and New York City, height of the last recession. And basically there were no jobs. And over the course of, for good or bad, of being a ballet dancer, we're obviously meant to be very analytical of what we consume. And that obsession with food led me down a really dark path, but at the end of it was a light at the end of the tunnel where I was able to have a really great relationship with food and learn a lot more about it. And I became really, really interested in culinary arts. Absolutely loved learning about the physiological impacts and biology of not only just our bodies and how everything is impacted by food and the quality that we consume. So yeah, it just made me really obsessed with learning about holistic nutrition and the impacts of food on our bodies. So the products that we create, everything is organic, raw, vegan, paleo, nut-free, sugar-free, grain-free, gluten-free, and we also have some keto options. So I would say as an entrepreneur who's looking to start a brand or just grow their brand, some top tips that I would offer is definitely to focus more on online, try and build a really core consumer group and a really good channel that's really strong in regards to revenues, recurring revenues and high velocities through the online and digital channel. And that also gives you a lot more access to information and data and the analytics and the metrics of who's buying, how frequently. You own the interaction with the customer, which you totally don't get when it goes through brick and mortar. And that's just terrible, trust me. So do as much as you can to be online, and it's much, again, more economical to start that way as well. Another tip I guess I would suggest is don't scale too quickly. So that's kind of aligned with the digital and kind of keeping it small and more contained. Really hone in on, your products, the quality. Is this something people want before you invest in scaling it? It's much easier to fix an issue with maybe marketing messaging on the packaging, or even if you just have a simple printing mistake on your packaging. It's so much easier to fix it when things are small than when things get really large and out of hand. And I guess the last tip, don't expect to be rich. That would be what I would say. Food is very, very difficult. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's not simple. It's so hard when you're dealing with the liability of feeding people something that's actually a consumable. That's definitely a high responsibility and can't be taken lightly. You're expected to make the same thing the same every single time. Obviously you've got shelf life issues, logistics issues, and like I said, there's not a lot of cash to spare. Okay guys, so you've heard the real deal of all the hard stuff of what it takes to be an entrepreneur in the food business. However, if you're super passionate and driven and love the industry, no matter all the hurdles, just like me, you of course are a good contender. And despite how hard something is, of course, if you're passion driven, it doesn't matter. You'll make it work, and now's a good time, better than ever, to get started. And obviously you never want to live with regrets. Don't ever wonder what if. It's better to try and have some really, really terrible failures and hurdles than not try at all and wonder what if. So good luck.